Hello, and welcome to another 15 plus 10 video. And against a 2300 today. Against knight c6, I think white has d4, knight takes d5, renewing this threat. And if you capture first twice, they still have compensation, I think. So here I'll just go g6. I think this is a main line, but I don't know exactly what's happening here. I feel like both bishop d7 and knight d7 should both be okay. Knight f d7 is possible, but doesn't seem to serve any purpose. So bishop d7 takes, and I guess I would capture my queen, and then I think my defense is pretty reasonable there. So I'll just not with the bishop. Or queen takes d7, e5 is slightly annoying. So capture with the knight. I suppose the knight would prefer being on c6, but d7 seems a fine square as well. I would assume white just goes for rook e1 here. I'll just castle. Yeah, d4. And I'm not sure how I want to handle the tension. I feel like I might have slightly misplayed something somewhere, but there shouldn't be anything major. I don't think any push of d5 is concerning. If d takes e5, I just take back with knight, which is good for me. I don't like playing e5 as that closes my bishop. So I'll just go rook c8 for now. Although d4 supports e5, and that would be unpleasant. So perhaps e6, so that I can play knight d5 whenever that happens. Looking at the move e5, knight e8, I think seems okay. Or even just knight g, or takes, and then knight g4, because I have 3 attackers. So I'll just go rook c8 for now, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, more, I'm not sure what active plans I have. Okay. My opponent goes with e5 immediately. So if I go knight g4 and they go h3, I can kind of stuck. So, or even to knight h5, they have g4 there. I don't think I can get away with sacrificing a piece. Knight d5 is possible, but I'm not sure where the square after that is for me. Although the alternative is knight e8, and that's just a little awkward. No, I suppose my opponent has e6 after I move my knight, which is annoying, but shouldn't be the end of the world. e5 e6. I don't think I want to take first, as that opens the d-file, and I think that helps white more than it helps me. So let's not use too much time and just go. And on knight e5, it's exposed to the queen as well, so I think I'll just go with knight e8. Unfortunately, just restricted by this pawn, so trying to figure out some way to chip at it, hopefully. I'll probably go for queen c7 next, with pressure here, and maybe trying to trade the queens somehow after a trade of these. My position is kind of awkward, but I don't think unmanageable. Okay, my opponent does go for e6, which, as I said, I don't think is too big of a problem for me. I think I will take, because I don't want them getting their knight to g5 with tempo. If I take rook here, I have knight c5 as a tempo in the future. So I think that's nice. Slightly concerning is d takes and then knight g5, and I guess I have to go knight c7 to defend, but I don't think I have anything better, so let's just quickly make the move. White isn't playing with all their pieces at the moment, so I don't think I can be any real danger here, but it's still slightly unpleasant. Of course, if white doesn't immediately recapture, I'll go for knight g5, I'll push for e5, I think, and I'll be doing well. Probably knight g5, knight c7, knight takes, rook takes is white's best course of action. Although I do have some possibility of just isolating the pawn on d4. And with all the piece trade, I think that's nice. Okay. Queen b3 with a fork on e6 and b7. This is slightly unpleasant. If the queen comes to e6, that is problematic as e7 falls right after that. I might consider just sacrificing the exchange on f3. That seems like an interesting option, actually. Just rook takes, and then maybe knight c7, although I'm not sure how good that does. If I can make the center disappear, it starts looking a lot more reasonable. But without that, I think it just stays as just a random resource that might be helpful. I think knight c7, probably knight g5. Although knight g5, I guess I just take on d4. I don't want the queen getting into e6, so I'll play knight c7. I guess the more annoying issue is if they go knight g5 with the intention to take on e6 with the rook. I think on that, I just let them take with the rook and I just don't recapture. And then go king h8 instead. So something like knight g5, c takes d4, rook takes e6, and then just king h8. White probably has some edge here somehow, but the position should be okay. Rook takes immediately is a bit interesting, I guess, but now I have c4, queen takes c4, d5. And I get the rook for nothing, which is nice. Okay, notably now if I take the knight on f3, it's protected by the queen, and that exchange set doesn't make as much sense. Here, it feels like e5 is an interesting push, or maybe c takes d4. C takes d4, knight takes d4, and then the knight is trying to get into c6, and that seems annoying. I could just hop in with maybe knight d5, rook takes e6. No takes e6, c takes d4. I feel like I should have something here. The queen is slightly sidelined, but not trapped or anything. d5 doesn't, I think, help my course. d5 followed by e5 isn't helping either. e5, d takes, e5, d takes e. I'm not getting anything out of this. I think I want either cd or knight d5. Knight d5 is, I think, generally helpful, but knight d5 will take e6. It's okay. Then I can take on d4, which is more important, using this. So knight here, rook takes, pawn takes, and then I'm exploiting the back rank. It's the most dynamic option I have available, I think. So knight d5, rook takes, and then my knight is hanging. Okay, let's go cd, knight takes e4. I assume they won't take back with a pawn. So cd, knight takes d4, and then my knight has the c5 square myself. That seems nice. So actually if they do take back with a pawn, then I don't have to worry about that tension anymore, I guess. And I can maybe just go knight f6. Yeah. Not down until yet, although that might happen soon. Maybe after cd I go e5, trying to give myself the c5 square. I quite like that idea. e5, they take, I can take back comfortably ish. If I go check, I just move out of the way. It seems good. playing slightly faster because of the lower time, but so I suppose maybe knight c3, pawn takes, knight takes. I still have knight c5, which is like my current strategy. If they take, I can go knight c5, but then it becomes a bit awkward to recapture this pawn. So probably just recapturing and finishing with the bishop there is okay. And I could maybe just put this knight here, which is a funny idea. He takes knight c5, trying to distract the queen to play an exchange sacrifice is interesting, but they don't have queen b3. So where does the queen go actually? Knight here. Well, the problem is that if I try to move this knight, then they have this d5 square. So I will just recapture for the moment. Well, that does seem correct. Now, taking back by pawn doesn't seem to have any point. So let's take by bishop. I suppose white can take this pawn, but I have some fair amount of activity for everything. Okay. I think using this knight now makes sense. Knight 6, trying to get into here seems sensible. And also setting up maybe bishop here with threats on here. Could also go knight b5, but it feels simpler for them to deal with. I'm not getting more additional options, I think. Let's go knight e6. For the moment, f4 I control that square enough times, and I also have just check. I suppose I'm also threatening bishop d4 directly. Because white isn't developed fully at the moment, I feel like I have a fine game. Bishop e3 to try and counteract my, I suppose, threats. Makes the most sense to me at the moment. So bishop e3. And then I could go rook here, chase on the queen, but actually, where does the queen go? Well, we have no squares along this diagonal, we have no squares along that diagonal, so I suppose there are only squares here, which is somewhat remarkable. I could go knight c5 first to block them off from those squares, and then go rook to a8. So bishop b3, knight c5, b4. No, I still have rook a8. because I'm covering these squares, and then the queen should be trapped. They get the rook, and then the minor piece. But okay. So now if I try to okay, with knight e6, hang with check at the moment. So I suppose one way of doing things is maybe queen d7, trying to set up rook takes bishop f4, but just knight c3. So I want to set up against that somehow. One thing I could do is just knight d4. Threatening here, and then they would go knight e3. I mean, which is already a concession, I feel like. And after that, maybe just swing the knight round here. Still not giving up on possibilities of bishop coming to here. Yeah, let's go with that. Obvious direct threat here. Here I can take, and then the knight is fine. I'm attacking more than they are, I think. Okay, probably... Wait, where does this knight go? That's a bit of a fun question to answer. Nowhere at the moment. I'm controlling these squares. But I do quite want to go knight f5 or knight somewhere where I'm controlling d4. I do want to cover the rook, but I feel like queen b6. Well, the queen's protected, so I'm not setting up an interesting discovery there, but I am just restricting well, just restricting white's knight and bishop. I want to play knight f5 and then queen b6, but I don't think that's a possibility. Okay, let's just go queen b6 for now and make it maybe difficult for them to move. I suppose a funny move is maybe rook to c2. That should have been played the previous move there. But no, they have intermezzos, so it wouldn't have worked out. Perhaps I'm just looking for maybe some things to do along this diagonal. The problem for me at the moment is how the queen's defended, so I don't have any tactics to try and win it. But if I could remove the defenders, that'd be neat. So maybe even taking on c1 or something, but I'm trying not to get surfer material loss. It's not exactly obvious for them how to move though, which is nice for me. If they ever play, say, f3, I would hope for some check followed by bishop d4, but they do just move the king. The f3 I just take with a knight. I tried to just double rooks on the f file, but that seems slow. I think I'm feeling like maybe queen b4. Then I'm on all the targets I was before pretty much. But it's like even more slightly unpleasant for them. If they go b3 and queen b4, hitting, well, queen b3 trying to play knight c4, I think, is slightly annoying. Yeah. Okay. I think if I go queen b4 now, then I have bishop d2. Let's see. I'm to somehow swing my queen over to the other side of the board, to maybe the H file or G file somehow. It's not clear how I might do that. I can't spend too long on this. It's slightly annoying. Before bishop d2. Where do I want my queen? Queen. I'll go to here to sneak into d5, maybe. And comes with tempo later. Holding e7. Knight c4 still not yet possible because of rook. And of course, anytime they do that, I have the knight jumping here. Okay. I'm going to jump the queen in here with tempo. And I think maybe bring the queen back, or maybe the bishop here is now being set up. With the threat of bishop here taking back the queen, knight check. Okay, now I have bishop. Then they go back. They just take with the queen. I could take on a2 in the future, but not now because that would be terrible. Knight f5 though looks quite reasonable. Can take on c3 next, isolate the pawn, and then take on e2. And e7 is currently defended. Okay. I trade. It's not clear, but if I take, they take. Well, they can't take with the rook again because no, they can't take with the rook again. They don't have a sensible way of avoiding the queen trade though, I think. So I might just have to go for that. It's not. It's fine though. I have decent pressure. Okay. Feel like bishop here. Pushing on f2. If this ever moves, no, we can move that. I want the rook to come into here. They can go g4, but that's not something I think they want to do. Holding e3 for the moment, so they can't just put the bishop there. Okay. Sensible square seems to be just here. You know what? Rook coming. e5 in the future. Knight e5. Knight e5. Okay. Gonna play e5. And if I go knight e5, I go here. No, they have this. I have counter fork, it's fine. If they go g4. So, okay. Let's see. Let's go knight here. Go knight here and here. If they go, let's see. Bishop here. 95. I think I just. I didn't move the king for rook, I think. I think now I want knight coming in here. Okay, they stop me. Let's go rook to f7. Seems flexible. Both rooks can go wherever they want, I think. Bishop here. They have knight takes if I take one of them, but at the moment I can take back with the bishop. If they go back, I just take. Okay, this is fine. Don't have something better I can see. It's not a great endgame. But 2 rooks. It's fine. Okay, important to get the outside passer. Okay, 2 against 3. It should be holdable, but it's not going to be pleasant. Let's see. Okay, if I can keep my rooks active, I should be fine. I don't know exactly the details of how to hold this one though. Okay, let's go here. I think I'm winning this by force now. We go, yeah. Let's take with this rook. I think swing the rooks over to the f file. King e7. I'm not that enthusiastic to trade the rooks, but it's going to be a tough hold, I think. If I can trade off, of course, the pawns, I'll be happy. I think rook f7, rook f2 would be the most annoying thing I can do. So, of course, tried to stop me from going up on the pawn. More likely want king g2, rook f3. So I'll drop the rook back and try to go to f5 before they can do that. And if they play f4, it seems likely off should be okay. I think shuffle the king with king g8, king g7 until they try to do something else after f4. Okay. I take a different approach. I will just hold this rook along the fifth file for the moment. Bit of rooks, I'm not sure who benefits. Okay, that's annoying to deal with, maybe. Well, it's fine. Put the rook back here. Actually, I should probably have played I think I'll follow up with h5. Which means that the pawns will be split. And that makes it easy to hold. Or it could be the difference between a win and loss. Okay. I'm trying to double. I think I just stop them before they double. If they check, I just drop back. Is the pawn in game drawn? I think so. It's hard to tell. No, I think the pawn in game is losing. Rook. Problem is I don't have anything else to do to avoid it. King here, rook here. King here. I'm really not sure. The king's cut off. Why did I do that? This is unpleasant. Okay. I think I want one pair of rooks off, but not both. Okay, they're threatening checkmate. I can tell this time. Not sure if I have anything better. No, I can go rook here, I think. They check me twice, I'm surviving. Even if it is quite scary. Okay. Don't like putting my king in the corner, but I might have to. I go here, I go back. Pretty much just want to play king g8 next. Check me with the other rook, I just go king f8. That's a funny move. Their threat is wreckage. I'm not sure what their point is. Like, if they let me, I'm just going to go king f7 up to f5. I'm not sure what they're doing. How does this help them win this pawn? Okay. If I go here, I'm mated in 1, so let's not do that. As I might have done yesterday. Okay then. Calm. If they don't attack here, I will take here. They see the threat, which is expected. Let's not put the rook here where it's hanging. Might just attack the rook. Wonder when 15 moves is going to be. Okay. Might. I think they can only get one pair of rooks off, so. Okay. With check, king, another check. Okay. If I go rook here, renew the threat. Just stop them before they do any check. I don't want to be ladder meted. So they're trying to something. King. They have the threat of check to win the rook. They go just rook here, I can. I think. If I take the check, win the rook, win this rook. So that would be a bad idea. And I think I'm just going to rook here. It's a bit stressful. My king is drifting a bit far away for comfort. And I'm not happy with that. Like maybe even they go f5 now, oh dear. Okay, they're going to try and gang up on the pawn. I think I should just defend twice. I have f5 now though, and I'm not happy about that. My king is so far away. And now the 50 move is reset. Oh. Look here. Get my king closer. Oh, yeah. I just have to check. You went white, but it's not simple, I think. Can be a bit tricky. If you push the wrong pawn at the wrong time, it's definitely a draw. If I check, they block the rook. Yeah, it's probably simple for them just to go this. I don't have any way of just challenging that. I guess they're being precise, cutting off my king. I want to maybe just check somehow. Probably I should just check and let my king come here, which is like should still be winning for them. And it's fairly straightforward if they just go king here now. That should also work. My trade works, it's obviously winning pawn in game. It's not any hope, to be honest. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I messed up letting my king somehow run all the way off to the queen side, even though I wasn't doing anything there. Like here, let my king slowly walk over. Not good. We've kept 7. And just take. Oh. Wow. Yeah. That's funny. She's somehow forced off a pair of rooks. Now this was all probably theory. Should have taken first. I'm not sure. So that's not a move. Knight g4. And e6. Knight d5. X. Carefully. Seems like I just have a weakness for some reason. I think I was holding fine here. Yeah. It was like slightly unpleasant for white, I feel. But going into a pawn down rook endgame is never pleasant. And yeah, they should have been okay, and then I somehow messed up the defensive task. Like, that would be a nice way to force the rooks, and I think I even had a chance at one point. Or if I even ever had a chance, I'll feel fine. I mean, chance to trade off the rooks. A pair of rooks. Yeah, it was smart to just, like, trick my king over to the side. And then, yeah, this is bad because they eventually managed to get f5 in. And when they get f5 in, then it becomes a winning rook endgame. Yeah, and there's not much to say here. Okay, I guess that was an interesting game. I might try to find something slightly more combative in the opening, because it did feel like they slightly got to do what they wanted. Though I was doing fine, objectively. Playing on comp was fun, but I ended up a pawn down in the endgame. Okay, please say what you thought of the game in the comments, and I hope to see you in the next video.